Yeah, some of them were, choices. Some of them were dictated by things outside my control, like the weather up in Mammoth. We had a brutal winter this year, so my wife and I retreated to sea level to Santa Rosa, where she's from, for about a month. So just, spent a little bit more time at sea level. But the major thing was coming out here 3 weeks early. That was a huge decision for me, and one that I'm really glad I made, because I've learned so much about this course. As I've looked at the history of this race, there's been so many people from Boston who've done so well on this course. Bill Rogers, Greg Meyer, the list goes on and on. So obviously there's something to knowing this course inside and out. And I realized after I ran it for the first time last year, I just really didn't know it that well. And I really need to get to know it. So, I feel like it's an old friend now. I'm looking forward to getting out to Hopkinton.
So you've been here for 3 weeks?
Yeah. I've been here 3 weeks training on the course, hitting long runs, tempo runs, intervals, everything on the course. So it's been good.
What did you learn from actually running the race last year?
You learn a lot in the race itself. I obviously learned how to manage my energy a little bit better over the course, but I learned it, after the first section of the course. It's like, oh, I just ran that too hard. And when I got to the hills in Newton, I was like, oh, I'm really tired because I'd run too hard too early. But running it once is one thing, but you got to get back on it. You got to keep running it and keep hitting it over and over again. And that's where I've really learned a lot. I do intervals over the Newton section of the course, so from 17 to 21 or 20 and a half, whatever it is. And I'd run it once, and I'd go back down, I'd run it again, I'd run it faster just by knowing it, without putting in any extra effort. So there's huge, dividends to be earned for knowing the lay of the land and how to spend your energy, how the course flows. And it's another thing too, just to get familiar with the course. All my courses at home, I just feel comfortable on them, and so just knowing your environment, your surroundings. I know where all the Dunkin' Donuts are, so if I have to stop using the restroom, I can hit those up. So there's a lot to be gained by knowing the course really well. And the great thing about being here in Boston is you can get on the course, and it's fun to train on the course. I love training on the course. I went out to New York to try and preview the course. I had to get up at 5 a.m. in the morning. There's traffic everywhere. I'm stopping at lights. I just wanted to get out of there after a couple days, whereas Boston, I love the course. It's scenic. You run through all these little towns. It's got a lot of character to it, the hills and the downhills. And, I've really enjoyed my time.